me on the phone line. Priyanka Chaturvedi, your first reaction after you heard or maybe even read Ghulam Nabi Azad's letter. He's not mincing word completely, if I could say so, taking Rahul Gandhi to the cleaners.
All I'd like to say is that Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad has been a senior congressman, but this was something which was coming. It was going to culminate into a resignation, going by what was being spoken amongst them and how it was, how the events were unfolding. So it is not a surprise. And for him to attack Mr. Rahul Gandhi, every new order brings some disagreements, some discussions. Maybe he did not agree with whatever Mr. Gandhi was saying, but Mr. Gandhi is well within his right to build a Congress which he thinks is the way forward for the party.
You know, as somebody who's worked with the Congress party, as a young member of the Congress party back then, how do you react to this criticism that Rahul Gandhi has a coterie of his own, specific allegation that he's allowed sycophants to insult senior leaders, that his PAs and guards are humiliating senior leadership of the Congress party?
I have an opinion on this, and I totally disagree with the comments made. Mr. Gandhi had a different style of working, which could be very different from how Congress has been run over the years. Every new order brings change, and an old guard changes for the new guard. It has happened in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Churning has happened in various political parties. And I would just say that it is a new order, new way of functioning, new way of moving ahead with the political party with changing times. It would be a bit unnecessary to attack a president who has tried to give his best. He may not have met with successes, but that does not really mean that he is surrounded by wrong set of people. All
right. Priyanka Chaturvedi, she's now moved on to Shiv Sena, but has worked with Rahul Gandhi in Congress. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me also bring in the Health Minister of Chhattisgarh, Mr. T.S. Singh. Mr. Deo, first reaction to Ghulam Nabi Azad's letter. He's slamming Rahul Gandhi, accusing him of humiliating senior leaders of the party, saying that he's single-handedly responsible for the state of affairs in the Congress at the moment.
Good morning. Good morning to all the viewers too. And I can only say it's unfortunate whenever you lose a member of the family. It is saddening. Always lots and lots of patience is required. There would be things that would not be going on as per one's personal views or perceptions or even ambitions. One may assess one's position in a particular way, in a particular organization, in the Congress party. And when those things do not materialize, there is a sense of frustration. And I can only say it's unfortunate. There are times change. Ghulam Nabi Azad ji has been a very senior leader. He has contributed immensely to the party. But with the passage of time, I think somewhere a sense of restraint, a sense of balance is also necessary. The more experience you had, the more should be the capacity to take the things that come around with change. Change of time, change of age group, change of demography. Lots of things change in the world. And one has to take them along. It is sad and it is unfortunate.
Mr. Singh, it's one thing for a senior member of the party to move on, deciding on his or her future course. But this letter is not just that. It's slamming Rahul Gandhi, calling him childish, calling him disrespectful towards the seniors, accusing him of disrespecting Prime Minister Manmohan Singh as well, former Prime Minister, by that act of tearing the ordinance at the Press Club of India.
Mr. Manmohan Singh, he would speak for himself, I'm sure. We would not need anybody to speak for a person of his eminence. As far as other things are concerned, everybody has his style of functioning, his way of functioning. What I have known of Rahul ji is he is very sensitive. He has his opinions and he has the right of things in his mind. Whatever he has is what he feels would be the best for the country. Whatever he has in his mind is what he thinks would be best for the party. There could be divergent views. That is always there in life. But what little I have known or what I have known of Rahul ji is that his intentions are the very best.
Right, but those intentions have not been communicated to the senior leadership is what Ghulam Nabi Azad is saying. He's clearly saying that all the senior members of the Congress who have worked with Rajiv Gandhi, who have worked with Sonia Gandhi, who have given their sweat and blood for the Congress party, they are feeling humiliated because, to quote Ghulam Nabi Azad, PAs and guards of Rahul Gandhi are dictating matters now.
I wouldn't know about that, and I wouldn't like to comment on that. But what I can say is that are all the seniors feeling the same? I doubt it. Have all the seniors been as critically vocal as Mr. Azad and some others? I doubt it. Would it lie within the bounds of party discipline to be voicing divergent opinions publicly, or would it not have been in the best interest of the party and its organization to voice divergent opinions within a forum? So, though Mr. Azad has been very senior to me and one respects him a lot, I would always feel, I have this strong perception that there must be a sense of discipline, and no matter how senior you are, no matter how much you have contributed, while you are in the party, you must always show respect. Today he's left the party and has expressed his opinion. That's a different thing. But what was he doing while he was in the party? While in the party, if you are constantly going on badgering the leadership, there would come a time when you would not probably have the right to expect to be heard in that respectful way if you yourself are not being respectful to the high command. Age is not the factor. Your position or your responsibility that you hold is the factor. And those things must also be taken into account. Today, Mr. Azad is free to express his views, but in the days before, I am of the firm opinion that while within the party, you must maintain a certain sense of discipline, a certain sense of regard. There you cannot say that I am 75, I am 80, and you're 55, you're 60. That does not work. Whoever at a particular point is in a particular situation of responsibility, you must give regard to that person.
Mr. Singh, because you said that, today Mr. Azad is free because he has resigned from the primary membership of the Congress party, the language that he has used, it's very clear to all of you that this is curtains for him. There will be no attempt to bring him back or other members of G23 who might take his cue?
That would be for the leadership to decide. But when he himself has taken this decision, it would be for the leadership to decide how to deal with these persons. And this group of 23, I have not seen everybody behaving or reacting or being vocal in the similar manner. Some people express their opinion, some people express their opinion in groups, some people express their opinion in bodies where you have meetings. So it's a calibrated response of different people in a different way. If a particular individual is responding in a way which cannot be acceptable for the betterment of an organization, you can't have an organization running where for every point that you may not agree with, you become vocal publicly and try to pull down the edifice of disciplined leadership. That organization will not be able to function. So I'm sure Mr. Azad would also realize that. And whatever he has done today, he is a free person to do so. But while he was in the Congress party, I feel he should have been much more respectful to the leadership of the party.
Right. Mr. T.S. Singh, thank you so much for joining us with your views. Senior members of the Congress party reacting to that letter from Ghulam Nabi Azad. He has stepped down, he's resigned from Congress, but while going out, he slammed Rahul Gandhi.